Of course, there are quite very many people online that feel and think that it's very inhuman to keep rabbits in cages, and then they feel that your rabbits are actually living a very terrible and miserable life if you're going to be keeping them in a cage system. Now, guys, the rabbits which we actually raise here, these are commercial rabbits. These rabbits have actually been raised in cages for many, many years, and they have kind of adopted to this kind of life. These are very different from the rabbits which are in the wild. They kind of do well even when you keep them in the cage system. So guys, this is not only my opinion, but this is a worldwide accepted industry standard for raising meat rabbits for a variety of reasons, and this is what we are going to be looking at in this video. Now, number one is going to be the safety of your bunnies. Of course, you know that actually rabbits are prey animals. Everything wants to eat a rabbit. So it's going to be very important that you house your rabbit in the most safe environment that you can protect it from these predators. Now, rabbit cages are raised off the ground and with a wire mesh at the bottom. This keeps your rabbits very clean, and this is actually very important because when your rabbits are actually very clean, it means that you're not going to be dealing with things like disease. Therefore, you can assure that your rabbits are living safely. Of course, if you have a roof over your hatch, then your rabbits will be able to stay dry even in very cold weather. Of course, with human error like not closing the door of your rabbit cage, this could also lead to some predators harming your bunnies. But of course, it is going to be the best way for you to be able to prevent any predators from getting to your bunnies. I also have a cat here on my farm, and they have not eaten actually my bunnies because these cats have been introduced to my rabbits, and actually they do not look at them as prey. The cage is also going to protect your rabbits from parasites. Because you know that a lot of parasites live on the ground. So if you have your cage off the ground, it's going to ensure that your rabbits are parasite free. Guys, if you have your rabbits in a cage system, you are going to easily collect the manure. Now, many people keep rabbits for different reasons, and actually one of those reasons is being able to collect this manure. You know that rabbit manure is a very cold manure that is very good for gardening. If you're into gardening, you can easily collect this and then apply it to your crops. Now, because these rabbit hatches come with manure collection points, where you actually collect the droppings and the urine. And the urine is very good because it also doubles as a pesticide and fertilizer. So you're going to be able to easily collect these things if you keep your rabbits in a cage system. When you keep your rabbits in a cage system, you're going to find that it's very easy for you to identify a sick rabbit. And also, it's going to be very easy for you to isolate sick rabbits and prevent spread of disease. Let's say you're keeping your rabbits in some form of a colon setup and one rabbit has some form of disease. It can easily pass this disease to the rest of the rabbits, and before you know it, you have a serious outbreak in your farm. But if you have your rabbits in the cages, even if you have 2, 3, 4 rabbits which get the disease, but these rabbits are living in their individual cages, it is not easy for you to be able to have this disease spread. It's actually going to be a pain if you have your rabbits in some form of a colon setup to be able to give medicine to only those bunnies which are sick, so that you don't medicate unnecessarily your rabbits. For us, our aim here is to try and keep our rabbits as organic and as possible, because this, guys, is majorly our source of protein, and we actually want also to give our customers the best meat on the market. So we only medicate rabbits which we have tried natural remedies and they have not worked. That's when we introduce in this chemical medicine, and this is once in a while. It is very key, guys, that you are able to know that that rabbit is sick and you can be able to give that particular rabbit medicine. The cage system is going to help you to manage your production on your farm, where you only breed rabbits that you intend them to breed. So basically what you do is you're doing quality control. so that you get the best result out of your rabbit. But otherwise, if your rabbits are all mixed up, you can't actually even trace which line a particular rabbit is coming from, and it becomes actually very difficult for you to be able to sell rabbits as a breeder, because no one would really want to buy a rabbit which they actually do not know whether that rabbit was as a result of inbreeding. You also can't trace the age of the rabbit, because you actually have a total mess out there. So when you keep your rabbits in cages, it's actually going to assist you to be able to manage that production line, and you actually ensure that you breed when you want your rabbits to breed. It also helps you to ensure that your rabbits, your breeding rabbits, are actually not overworked, because like you know that rabbits are able to give birth throughout the year if you don't control it. Now for us here, what we practice is only 6 litters in a year. The other half of the year, basically the rabbit is resting, and that way it ensures that your breeding mothers do not get worn out very fast, so that you don't end up spending a lot of money on replacing them. Of course, everyone has a right to choose how they want to keep their rabbits. However, having them in form of tractors or colony setup, it's really going to give you a lot of issues. Though keeping your rabbit in some form of colony setup looks more like a humane way of keeping rabbits, but it actually not. Because what happens is that, guys, you find that you are medicating your rabbits more often, even those which are not sick. Your rabbits will be fighting because the males are territorial. So if you have them in tractors or in colony setups, they are always going to be fighting. So that's going to be a challenge. And also it's going to be very hard for you to prevent these rabbits from digging out and going outside there and probably landing into the hands of the predators. It's also going to be very difficult for you to control diseases. And because of all these issues, we just decided that the cage system is the best way for us to be able to raise our rabbits. Of course, you can raise your rabbits however you want to raise them, and what feels very safe for you, and you're comfortable doing it. But from our experience, guys, we have found that keeping your rabbits in the cages is going to save you a lot of hassle, and we have done it for more than 3 years without any problem. So we can actually confirm to you guys that it is actually very okay for you to keep your rabbits in a cage system, and it is going to be the best way for you to give the best life to your rabbits. If you've watched the video this far, guys, please subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so that the next time we upload the video, you are notified to come and watch. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching.